Hi, I'm Miss Laura from the Clarksville-Montgomery County Public Library, and I have a craft to go with our story time this week. We're doing lions and tigers, and so this is I saw a picture similar to this on Pinterest, so I didn't print out a pattern or anything. I just kind of created my own based on the picture. The fun thing I wanted to do with this one was kind of make it a 3D lion. So I'm just going to show you how I went about that. And that you won't have exact measurements or anything because I just kind of eyeball everything. So I put him on a blue background. So we're going to start with our blue background. And I did cut a circle for his face. And out of the same piece of paper that I used for the face, I just went ahead and cut a body shape. So I kind of fold that over, and got a good pair of scissors here. The adult scissors, the kids will want to use the kids' scissors. But so I just kind of cut the shape of shoulders, just like that, out of that piece of paper that I had left over from the circle. And this one's not quite as rounded as the one that I did, but I'm just gonna maybe cut it a little bit more. All right, so yeah, that's about right. So I'm gonna glue that down. Oh, let me do the tail first. And I just used another scrap from that same piece of paper and use the circle that I had in it already, the circle shape, to kind of give my lion's tail a curve. And then just trim that up and that. All right. So his tail's going to go under his body. And let's see, I took just a strip of brown paper, and I'm going to use those strips for something else. So I've got another strip down here. So a strip of brown paper, folded it over. Since it is going to stick out, I wanted to make his tail kind of two-sided so it looks good from both sides. So then I just cut kind of the shape of the end of a furry tail. And cut that apart so then I could just glue that on to the end of the tail in a double-sided kind of way. So get out our glue stick and stick the fluffy part of his tail onto the end. And then I did just kind of want to make him two-sided. So glue that other part over. Then I just kind of trimmed it up so it fit the tail nicely. There we go. Lion's tail. All right, so I'm going to glue down his body. This glue stick is about done. But I've got another one sitting here, so. All right. So, actually needs to go that way. All right. There we go. So there we have the body and the tail sticking out. All right, so I have a circle for his head shape. And I just used strips of 2 different colors of brown paper. And I'm just going to glue those to the back of his head. That one actually is empty, so and I just cut strips and then I cut approximately the shape I wanted, the length I wanted, so that they would stick out from the sides of his head. So this is the back of his head. And then I've got two colors. I'm going to stick on the first color first and then put a layer of the second color behind those. There we go. Just about got it here. And they're not all the same size. That's okay. Don't have to be the same size. All right. So there's one layer of one color, and then I'm just going to add some more glue and put on the second color. Give him a nice fluffy lion mane around his head. All right, so this is the darker color, and I'm just going to put those in between the other ones so that both colors are showing. And these are a little longer than the other ones. Don't have to be. That was just the way I happened to cut them. I think some of this I was actually using from some strips of brown paper from another project, because we like to use it all. And I'm one shy of enough, but I have another piece down here. And so there we go. All right. There's our lion head with the mane. All right, I'm going to go ahead, before I fix him on, I'm going to go ahead and put on his facial features. And at the library, we do have some punches. You don't have to have these. You can just make your own circles, but I use these little punches to make our circle shapes. So let's do his eyeballs first. I've got the white of the eye. And then a pupil to go in the middle. And then we'll glue that eye on. And then we got another one, another white circle for the eye. We'll put on the pupil in the center. There we go. A lion with two eyes. And then I did do some small circles so he'd have little pink cheeks. We want a lion with pink cheeks. And then I cut kind of a triangle shape, and just by hand, a triangle shape for a nose. It's not a perfectly shaped nose, but I don't think any of us have perfectly shaped noses. There we go. And I'll put, there we go. All right, and then I cut some just kind of ear shapes. Rounded, little rounded ears. And I'm going to put those on just above his eyes. And then I went ahead and gave him some little pink centers to his ears. Just kind of give them some extra detail. All right. And then I wanted to make this line kind of 3D. So that he would stick out from the paper, I made just like a little loop. And I'm going to put the loop on the back of his head. And then also put some glue on the other side of the loop. And just kind of push that down, not flatten it, but make sure the loop is attached to the paper. And then he's got kind of a nice feel to his head where it kind of sticks out. And so that's our lion. Something fun to do at home for our Lion and Tigers story time coming up. Thank you.